be back on the internet. I am loading up my Twitch app to confirm as such. I'm also vamping for time in hopes that at some point I will be able to load this page and Quentin will confirm that there it is. Alright, cool. Make sure.
So like an hour before stream,
I
went and got on that big list, and I banned
yeah.
every single freaking hoss on that freaking list. I spent 20 minutes banning all of them.
I just thought of something. Whiskey for my men and bands for my hosses. There was a
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really get it.
there was a Willie Nelson song, "Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses." It was Willie Nelson and somebody else, I can't remember who. Toby Keith, I want to say. Feel like that was who that was. Hold on. Let me scroll back through chat because I've got it over here. I can see it over here. Quentin's getting his airsoft stuff tomorrow. Merc, sorry about your laptop, dude. That sucks. But I guess you have your school Mac to get you by, even if it's not, game worthy.
Hey, will taking off this gear shifter dump all the oil out of it? This gearbox?
Oh, gearbox? No. For whatever reason, it does not really honor gear oil. I've never had to do that for any of the cars. Yeah, I think it's just, one of the things that they've decided not to bother with.
Cars got too many goops.
They do have quite a few, I'll be honest. Automobiles, known for their various goops.
That sounded like you were starting a news story. Yeah. Automobiles, known for their various goops. Will taking out this oil filter dump all the oil out of the engine?
It should, but I don't think it does. That's another weird thing.
I'm going to play it safe and do it anyway.
So, I know for a fact if you take the oil filter off, you're going to be dumping the contents of your lubrication system. But I don't think it does.
It doesn't cost me any extra to refill the oil, so
right.
I'm just going to take it out.
Also, don't forget to do your scans on this machine.
Oh, white.
Now, you don't have to do them now. It, of course, helps to do them before you start the job to get a good idea of what you need to do. But you can do them at the very end, and it works just as well, as far as XP is concerned.
I'll just do them now.
Yeah. Cars, known for their various goops, could be ruining your credit score. Story 811.
Oh, the engine is taken apart. I'll do it at the end.
Cars, known for his blade arms, was defeated by JoJo. Story 11.
Isn't he the one who turned into a brain?
That was
The other one?
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't Cars. Might have been AC/DC. Was that Wamu? Okay. Okay. That's the one I get mixed up on. That's the one I actually completely forgot about until Brandon mentioned it. I was like, I forgot about the entire plot point of one of the Pillar Men. Basically.
Oh, speaking of which, did the new episode come out yet?
No, I'm still working on it. It is taking me forever. Wamu's Chariot Race, AC/DC was the knit cap, and.
So I had to get the starter off in the engine bay,
Uh-huh.
but I have to get the friggin' gearbox off on the lift.
That's right. That's
Cars
like
is crazy.
like I told you, front engine, front wheel drive cars in this game are frustrating for specifically that reason. Rear wheel drive cars, you can get the starter and the gearbox off both from the other side.
I liked it better when Gearbox just made Borderlands games.
Yeah. And the CEO, didn't talk so much.
Oh, is he a yapster?
It's not so much. Not so much that he yaps a lot. It's just that
The topics he yaps about.
he's gotten himself in trouble more than is necessary. Man likes magic tricks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He left a USB flash drive in a Medieval Knights theme park, and there were some videos on it. And he was just like, there were just some really cool magic tricks that I wanted to keep these videos of the magic tricks. And I was like, dude, these were not magic tricks. These were vagic tricks. It was pornography. He had a hard drive full of, or a flash drive full of pornography.
So why did he say it was magic tricks?
I assume scattered amongst the other various videos were some videos of like sleight of hand and, illusionists performing feats of magic. Shelby says, so my ad was for a Hyundai Santa Cruz. That is another one of those crossover truck ugly SUV combo things. You're showing how to hide the cucumber. Now you see it.
Oh,
now
boy.
you don't.
But we all know it's there.
Yes.
Did I already buy one of these?
I know you put it on the shopping list.
I'm sure it won't hurt to have two of them.
No, you will use it.
Hello there.
Can't buy the alternator or the ignition distributor A here, but I can buy them from the electronics store.
Speaking of laptops, Mike says I'm only getting ads from MasterCard. I haven't seen an ad for MasterCard in a decade.
Do they even need to run ads? I mean, they're like one of the top 4 most prominent credit card companies.
That's the other
Like,
thing
you're
is that I
you're
haven't.
gonna get either a MasterCard, Visa, Discover, or American Express.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, do they even need to advertise? But that's the same thing as like, does Coca-Cola need to advertise? Absolutely not. But they still do.
I mean, I don't know where I'd be if I didn't see those funny little polar bears sled down
Oh
the
my
hill
God,
every
yeah.
year during Christmas.
Need my halftime Coca-Cola whatever commercial.
Hey.
Without a halftime commercial, how would I know how to ask my friends what's up?
I thought that those commercials were the funniest thing when I was in 4th grade.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember having, speaking of storing videos, I kept a video that I downloaded from the internet of somebody overlaying that commercial with clips from Dragon Ball Z, and it
Dude,
was
I definitely had that same exact video saved on my computer.
the only part of it that I remember that is like burned into my memory is that one of the guys in the commercial was named Dookie, and one of the guys goes, "Hey, yo, where's Dookie?" And it was Krillin. Like they used Krillin for that shot. And I just remember I have this strangest, like, I'm taking up memory space in my brain to store this quarter of a second clip of Krillin going, "Hey, yo, where's Dookie?" And I'm just like, why do I have that burned into my brain? I'll never ever ever forget that.
I had that video saved on my computer. I had the original. I had the one where they made them Half-Life characters.
See, I don't
It was
even
like
remember
Gordon
the
Freeman.
original. I can't even visualize the original because all that's left is the DBZ one.
I had the parody version where it was a bunch of white guys, and they were like,
Uh-huh.
"What are you doing?
Oh.
Drinking an import, watching the market recaps, drinking an import." That is correct. That is correct.
That's good. Other beer commercial. I don't know if you've seen it, but I can't even remember the brand of it. I feel like it's Old Milwaukee, but it's Can You Pass Me a Beer? It's two. I don't know if they're actually old white guys or if it's like middle-aged white guys like making themselves look older with like ironed khakis and polo shirts tucked in. But they're like all these like stunt tricks with cans of Old Milwaukee, and like one of them I remember was like on a vert ramp, a half pipe at a skate park, and one of them was like, "Hey, pass me a beer," and he chucks it down one side of the vert ramp. It comes up the other side. The other guy catches it and like pops it open, and I'm just like, "Oh my god!" They just like not only wasted so many cans of beer, but they have taken over locations just to film take after take of this thing. End
Now,
results.
how do you know they didn't Breaking Bad Walter White pizza on the roof and buy a bunch and block off a whole bunch of time to do it for all day and then nail it first try?
Was that first take?
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
They blocked out a whole bunch of time for them to like spend several hours
Here's
working on this because they
17
were like,
pizzas. We're ready.
this is gonna take forever. They bought all these pizzas. They got it on the first take.
That's so good. That is so good.
I love that story.
Oh, it's fantastic. I saw Sergio say something. He goes, "Yeah, watching regular TV is weird when you don't do it on the daily anymore." Yeah, Shelby. Oh yeah, that's what she said. When she traveled to out of town, she was like, "Yeah, it was so weird watching TV and seeing commercials. Like every 6 minutes, you cut to a commercial break, and then you're just like, what? I don't know what to do."
Yeah. When Walking Dead was on TV, I don't know if it's still on TV. It's been a while.
It might be.
And I actually watched it. Oh, there's something in here I need to change too.
Let me see. What it is? It's a camshaft
It's
cap.
like it's. I just got to take this top part off. I don't need to dig into it too much.
Yeah.
But also there's something here I need to replace too.
What is that?
But it's in the fuse
oh.
box thing.
That is your air filter.
Oh, it's an air filter. It's not in the fuse box. When Walking Dead was on TV, and my mom and I were really into it, and we bought the season on Amazon, so the next day we could watch it on Amazon. We got an opportunity to watch it just on TV,
Right.
and it was like in standard definition.
Oh,
and
man.
we had to wait through commercials, and we were like, man, fuck this.
I still remember.
Let's just wait till tomorrow and just watch it on TV.
Yeah, I got
Or on
things
Amazon.
to do. I still remember when I bought my first LCD TV. It was an Olivia, which I don't even know if Olivia still exists anymore. But it was a 42-inch, like, I know it was 1080, but I think
Master?
I think it might have been 1080i. I don't know if it was 1080p. It might have been 1080p. I don't know. But I still remember like activating the digital tuner and getting digital TV in addition to like the cable TV that we bought for the house. Because over coax you basically use the copper wiring in your house as an antenna because it picks up the over-the-air broadcasts. You can get like an actual professional high gain antenna, but in most scenarios you just use the one that's the cabling that's in your house, and it works well enough. And I still remember getting like digital feeds of like uncompressed local broadcasts, and I was like, this looks incredible. I have never seen TV look this good. And I guarantee if I watch that same broadcast again, I'll be like, wow, this is just... Is there milk on the screen? What am I looking at?
Milk on the screen.
It's just... Everything was just... Like, anything that I watch now even in like DVD quality. I'm just like, man, I was so impressed with DVD quality, and now it just looks like you forgot to take the protective film off of your TV when you bought it, because there's just like it's this little bit of like halo around everything. There's artifacts on everything, and there's just like digital noise and all this stuff. And I was like, man, I didn't realize all this stuff when I was watching it back then. Why are you just drinking screen milk, Anthony?
Why don't you get chocolate milk or strawberry milk? I don't have any. Well, go to the store and buy some. Are you a criminal? I love that video. The look of disgust on his face.
Just defeated.
He can't even look at him.
Mike says, also, isn't MasterCard just like a circuit? In the end, it depends on your bank if it's a MasterCard or something else. Or can you get an unbranded MasterCard? Shelby says you can apply for a MasterCard directly. It just happens that some banks use them. It's like American Express. Huh. I didn't know any of that.
I don't... Oh, yeah, because with my MasterCard, it's technically Capital One.
Right, yeah.
But it is a MasterCard.
A while ago, Sergio said, advertising isn't for the people that already know about the product. Though. I actually read a thing that said, because we're getting into a generation and a Christmas season of kids who have never watched TV. They are of the age now where they can ask for things that they want, but they have never watched TV. They only watch things on YouTube with ads you can skip, or if you have YouTube Red or anything like that, like you just don't see the ads. There's a problem where kids don't know what they want for Christmas because there are no commercials to tell them the cool new thing that is coming out. Which I thought was pretty cool. Not cool, but really interesting to learn about. Is like, I guess that's true because I remember multiple Christmases getting. I don't remember what store it was. I feel like it was Sears or something like that, or like a JCPenney catalog or something like that. But they would send out a Christmas catalog, and it was as thick as a phone book.
Oh, I remember that.
With just like stuff you could order. And
my mom would give us the catalog, and she'd give us a big fat red pen.
Yeah, there you go.
She'd be like, circle what you want.
Yep.
Of course, me, almost every page was completely covered in red ink.
Why do you need left-handed scissors? Because I want them.
Because I have a left hand, don't I?
Yeah.
Jeez, Mom.
You expect me not be double wielding scissors around here? Mike says I wouldn't have. I'm sure the kids I know would know what they want. Yeah, I can't imagine not know. All my life, I have always paid attention to like things. Like, it's not always like the things that I'm already into. Like, at one point, I just really wanted a telescope, which makes sense because my dad was into like space stuff. So,
what does this do?
Nothing. It's completely decorative. But like, I was just like, oh yeah, telescope. I wanna look up at the stars. I wanna see stuff I haven't seen before. I want a BMX bike. I was absolutely not into BMX in any way whatsoever. So I would just have these random like flights of fancy, and then I would go, hey, can I have a bow and arrow for Christmas? And my parents go, yeah, sure. Here's a bow and arrow. Like Outlander too.
There was one year that my mom kept my letter to Santa.
Okay.
And it was just like, Dear Santa, I have been very good this year. I would like Play-Doh. Thank you.
Okay.
That's all I wrote. It's like, I would like Play-Doh.
I mean, there's no confusion about the request there.
You know what? I didn't put oil back in this thing.
That's okay. Well, it's not good, but if it's good oil, there should be enough film viscosity to
Run the tests.
run the test. Sergio says, I feel that, Clayton. There was a point when I was a kid where I kept a model airplane, car, helicopter magazine trying to get my parents to get me one. I got a subscription to Cycle World, which was a motorcycle, like, MotoGP monthly magazine. And granted, yes, I was into motorcycles, but I still don't know any MotoGP racers. I barely know Formula 1 racers. Your mom withheld your Santa mail. Pretty sure that's a federal offense. Mike says, I think one year I should have asked for Steam cards. I'm certain I have asked for a Steam card in like a Secret Santa exchange.
Trying to remember what the inspect one is.
Oh, like the overall like car inspection one, or the specific engine one?
There it is.
There you go. Gonna give you a little bit more time to look at it.
Oh, the little parts that I've already taken off. It's telling me about.
Yep.
Oh, Clayton, guess what?
Oh, Logan, please tell me.
I found my wireless Bluetooth headphones finally after like 2 years.
Wireless. Are they your like your Pixel Buds?
No, not like Pixel. I don't have any Pixel Buds. They're just like some wireless Bluetooth headphones that cost more than $3.
Are those the ones that you got from work or no?
No. Those were the cheap ones that lasted about 5 seconds before it started telling me every 2 seconds that the battery was low.
Okay. Well, very cool.
I lost them like 2 years ago. They were wireless Bluetooth headphones.
Uh-huh.
And they were okay. The battery lasted a good amount of time.
Yeah?
But like I lost them.
Right.
And it's been a pain in the ass to listen to like my phone and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on airplanes.
Yeah. Pissing off everybody around you as you listen to everything full blast.
Like,
what do you expect me to do? The engines are loud.
It hurts my ears, and also my headphones keep telling me that they're dying.
Mike said it was the closest thing to money that isn't money. Yeah, absolutely. Anyone know when Steam was created? I am doubting if it was around when I was still getting Santa gifts. When it says 2003, is that like the very beginning of Steam or Steam in its current iteration? Because I remember Steam technically existed in the early days of Counter-Strike, but it was not what it currently is.
2003 sounds like when it would have come out, because I got Steam. I got Half-Life 2 for Christmas.
Okay.
And I had to download Steam for it.
Yeah. Like it was literally DRM back then. It was not a delivery thing. Someone literally did that today at work. I was in the restroom and someone came in with their phone blasting music in their pocket, which then started to ring. Oh, God. It says the initial release of Steam. Okay, then. Yeah.
I got Steam. When did Half-Life 2 came out? Because I got it the Christmas Half-Life 2 came out.
1986, I believe.
Keep clicking shit, and I'm trying to get to the fucking... There we go.
Mike says, oh, yeah, so this one hits close to home. Also, I hate when people try to gift me stuff and get it wrong. Just give me $20 or 15 or even 10. Because if you get the wrong thing, now you've given me a chore. I either have to pretend I'm enjoying the thing that you got me, which is not the thing that I want, or worst case scenario, you've gotten me something that doesn't work. That's what Shelby and I do. Like, we don't even test it. Like, if there's something you want, either tell me exactly, parts number included, and I will get it, or buy it yourself and tell me how much it costs and I will give you the money for it.
I'm to the point now where, like, I'm really uncomfortable. I don't really like receiving gifts, and I feel very awkward about giving gifts.
Yeah.
To where, like, if you have to give me something, give me like a note, you know? Like, you don't have to give me anything.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And if also you really want to give me, like, if you really, really want me to have a material thing, give me money.
Right.
Like, just write me a check or give me cold hard cash.
Uh-huh.
But, like, what I would really like is just, like, a note. Like, I love receiving notes.
Yeah, that makes
like, hey, you're my friend.
that makes sense because you are a pretty like emotionally expressive and sentimental person. Like I am neither of those things.
I got $2,000 for that job.
Dang, dude. So I'm more the thing of just like, hey, don't try to buy me something because if you get it wrong, I'm gonna be like frustrated that I have to pretend you got me what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna create a strain in our relationship. It's like near my birthday and people ask me what what would you like? Money. Shelby asks, oh, do you like cool cards? I collect ones and then never send them to people because I like them myself.
Oh yeah, I love cards. Like I love receiving cards and just like mail, you know, with a note in it. Well, I love that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot more than pretending I liked something or holy shit.
Well, yeah, like
This car is fucked up.
you know what? Dang, look at that engine though. It's a big engine. What you can do is just go out to your mailbox and then right next to yours is your neighbor's. And then you can get their mail. And you're just like, wow, this is really nice of them to give me their mail. They just put it right next to my mailbox.
This is your mail? This is mine.
This is my mail.
Oh shit, that's rust.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to replace all those panels because that's gonna be expensive.
They'll pay you for it though. Beautiful engine, awful body. That's me.
But yeah, like
26 pieces to this engine. Oh, it's a V8. That's why.
I'm just not a fan. I find it very stressful for the time constraint of buying someone a gift. You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's their birthday or it's Christmas. Like, I would rather if I'm out and I see something that reminds me of someone, I would rather buy it then and just give it to them then, than like, oh, I'm gonna hang on to this for 4 months until Christmas.
Right.
You know? I'm just not a fan of gift giving. I don't think.
Yeah, me either. I'd much rather buy stuff for myself.
I took a love language quiz one time.
You have told me about this, and I was baffled then, and I'm baffled now.
I took a love language quiz, and like the gift giving part, the gift giving love language is like my lowest percent.
Yeah. I was like shocked at this because I was just like, I have never considered investigating like what my love language is. First off, I that sounds like a like
it's a pseudoscience.
A hokey name, you know what I mean?
It's a pseudoscience for sure.
It is.
Like,
but I can't find fault with it because it makes sense. Like when you like to put a label on it like a love language, that sounds dumb. It sounds like something I'm reading in a Cosmo magazine.
Yeah.
But when you explain what it is and why it's important, I'm like, you know what? That makes perfect sense because you can have two people who technically care about each other equivalently, but the ways that they express it are like some are all under the skin and some are all surface level.
Yeah, like my top most percentage one that I received that I did on that quiz was physical touch.
Yes,
which makes sense because I'm a hugger.
I remember that. I remember that you saying that because Shelby will tell you I am absolutely not. There's something about me that I appreciate. What's the word? Not like generous, but heartfelt, I guess is the best word. Like heartfelt contact. Somebody gives you a hug or a pat on the back saying, hey, great job. Like even little dumb stuff like that. I recognize the value in that, but there's something that has happened to me over my life to where I need to be left alone for like long spans of time where I'm just like, nope, don't want to be touched. I just want to be left alone. And then once I settle down, I'm like, all right, I can cuddle up, I can spoon, we can hold hands, that kind of stuff. But like, my default state is don't touch me. There's something so like off-putting that my body just doesn't want to be contacted.
My top one was physical touch, then quality time. And then like pretty close, but a little bit further away was like words of affirmation and I forget what the word is, but it's when you do a thing for someone. We're like, oh hey, I'll take out the trash for you. You don't got to worry about that. I forget what the word for that is.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I know what that.
I'd have to look 'em
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know a word.
But and then like way down bottom is gift giving. It's like I don't really enjoy receiving gifts.
Right. I used to have a terrible understanding of what relationships were. I was like, oh, a relationship. That's when you like call them constantly and you talk to them all the time and you buy them stuff and you're just always around. And then I realized, oh, that's just like smothering. Not everybody wants me around all the time.
I was in a relationship one time where like I'm also super like, it's weird because
can we fix the frame on this car? It's driving me crazy.
Well, the frame isn't messed up, it's the panels.
No, like under the hood, like all this rust under the hood is frame damage.
Oh. Well,
do they cite frame damage in the project?
Let's check, because if they don't want me to fix that, I don't want to spend money on it.
Yeah, I know. It just feels
Fix
loose.
suspension.
Oh, go to the phone tab.
Oh, here we go.
Wheel hub
They just
bearings.
want me-
Oh man. Minimum
Is it gonna cost-
minimum condition 36%.
They don't care about this car.
God
And, they're not going to pay me
dang.
that much bonus to spend money on fixing their.
This is a
thing,
drift
so.
missile. This is an amazing engine that they're going to slam into a wall as they learn to drift this car.
So what is it called when you like not going out and would rather be inside?
That is introverted. You stay inside.
I would consider myself introverted, but also I like being around people.
Right.
So like I'm like a weird mishmash. Where, like I'll be around people for a few hours, but then like okay, my battery's depleted. I need to go away for like 10 minutes by myself.
I learned a little bit about like personality types when I was doing tech support for Apple, because part of the training that you go through is learning, because everything was over the phone. They're like, all right, you're not going to be able to win somebody over with like your presence because you're just a voice on the phone. So you need to be able to figure out who you're talking to and how they respond as quickly as possible, or you can have a good call go bad on you. And this might have changed in the years since, but they identified 4 different personality types. There were thinkers, feelers, directors, and storytellers. And they were like the best like technicians can identify who they are and change themselves to fit the call. And I think you are a feeler storyteller, because you are absolutely a performer, which is basically a storyteller, but you're also like you have and elicit emotional responses to things. But that doesn't really factor into your social like introversion extroversion things. It's just like how you behave and what type of speaker, like how you present yourself to people. Because I'm pretty introverted, but there are I'm also like I'm introverted by default, but when I know I have something funny to say, I want everyone to hear me say it.
Like I've heard that like people who are being an introvert and being an extrovert is not 1 and 0. You know.
No.
It's a spectrum.
Mhm.
Absolutely a spectrum.
Yeah. And you're not all of one and none of the other. Like, I am sometimes an extrovert. Every once in a while, when it has been a million years since I've been to a county fair, I'm like, oh, you know what? County fair sounds kind of fun. But, you know,
like,
that one time is good enough for me to not go for another 10 years.
Wheel of Bearing.
Oh, is that one? Have you already highlighted that one?
I did.
I think it's in your back passenger side. Yeah, it's back.
Oh, I see it through the tire right there.
Yeah.
Because, like, for the most part, I really enjoy my alone time and being by myself.
Uh-huh.
But, like, when I'm around people I like,
Mhm.
I hate being around people I don't like.
Oh, well,
Or being
yeah.
around people I don't know.
Like,
Like,
see,
I really
think,
do not.
I think
But,
I'm
like, when
a little more positive on that. I like being around people that I don't know because I have developed a positive relationship with learning new things, and I kind of. Oh, you don't need to take that off. Just take the axle out of the middle. There you go. Or being people. But like, Shelby will tell you, I can go to a GameStop and just start talking to people out about things. We were in frickin' a tech shop around here, and she was showing me like something that was on a clearance table, and I just said something out loud, and this guy walking by goes, "Yeah, those are getting harder and harder to find." And if I wanted to, I could have held on a conversation about how hard these pieces of tech are to find, and that's happened before. But typically, I'm not so much of a talker. I'm much more of a listener, and you don't so much get a chance to listen to people that you've known for a long time because they don't have anything new to tell you. Whereas meeting someone for the first time, they have lots to tell you because they've never told you anything before. So I think that's why I have a different relationship to strangers than you do. Because you are the speaker and I am the listener.
Makes sense to me.
I think you got it all.
I think this job is done.
God, I hate.
And if I had enough money, I would just fix this whole car.
I
And
did-
a repair bench.
I did that the other day. It was like brakes and one of the springs needed to be replaced. I was like, oh no, you're getting a brand new car, my friend.
And you're gonna pay me for it.
Mm-hmm.
If I had the money and the repair bench to fix some of the stuff myself, I would repair this whole car. But I don't. So goodbye. Thank you for the $92.
God. I wish there was like an in-game clock where it would tell you, hey.
Wait, hang on.
I'll get you a Steve if it's the last thing I do.
Very nice. I wish there was like an in-game clock that would tell you how long you spent on that job to make your $92.
See if it was worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Or just see what your hourly weight is, or hourly rate is.
This car is fucking dirty.
It's just,
dude.
yeah.
But like, if I'm around people I like, and honestly, it doesn't really take much for me to like you if I don't know you.
Right.
I have a great time, but then my battery depletes, and I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna go sit by myself for like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
That makes sense for you because, like I said, you're a performer. So even when you're around people that you've known for a long time, you are still making sure that you are entertaining, that you are engaging to your audience, that you are, you know, making sure that people are having a good time in your company. And frankly, I don't do any of that. I'm going to hold a conversation, and if we find something to talk about, then great. But I don't put forth as much energy as you do toward like social performance, I guess is the best name for it. Whereas I'm just like, yeah, I'm here, I'm at your party, and it's cool that we haven't seen each other for a long time, but I'm not going to like dance and sing for you.
You're welcome.
Shelby brought me
I
my
need to
chilies.
change. I need to change literally all the goo. All the goo needs to go.
And a towel. She brought me a towel instead of a napkin.
Hey, it's better on the environment.
I guess it's a good point. You know what?
It's not going to go in a landfill somewhere.
Eco-conscious.
It's going to go in the wash machine where you're going to spend several gallons of water
The
on
washing machine.
it. The washing machine. Activate the goo.
Quentin said she knows you well enough. Yeah.
She just looks at it and goes, "No, paper towel ain't gonna cut this. I need to get him a whole ass towel."
Mike says, this must be the worst cold of my life. Sorry to hear that, pal. I randomly had like a scratch in the back of my throat earlier, and I don't know why.
I swallowed water weird earlier, and it made me cough for like 5 minutes. All right, what we got going on here? Just what the heck's going on here?
Man,
Let's start in the back.
this
Just
whole
less stuff back.
top end has to come apart.
Yeah, this is the big level job. This isn't a.
Oh, okay. Rims are
isn't one of the
spotless, though.
Except for this one.
Lug nut.
Yeah. Why can't I take this off? Oh, because I'm still in drain mode.
Oh, okay. Gotta drain my rims.
There's no goo in this tire. What are you draining?
Winding up with like a pickaxe. About to puncture the tire. Gotta get the goo out!
Did it come out? Oh. I gotta take the screw out.
Sergio switching to mobile. Steve says, can the power washing simulator collab with this game to clean this car?
I don't think you can clean rust spots off with a power washer.
You probably could, but you'd be taking metal off with it. Typically, rust you want to take off with like a chemical reaction, not a physical reaction?
Funny enough, though, like in Power Wash Simulator, they have jobs where you need to clean rust off of stuff, and like vehicles and sides of houses and stuff.
Mm.
And when you do, the paint is magically back, and the rust spot is gone. Yep. Which I find very funny because that ain't how it works, but I wonder if they'll let me get away with taking this off without removing the... Nope. They won't.
Yeah, because one of the bolts, there's like the bolt for it, goes through the hub. You said, not yet there ain't any goo in this tire.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll put some goo in it.
5 minutes and $92. I'll get some goo in that tire.
Don't threaten me with a good time, man. Alright. The back is done.
Steve says, I just got back from the Columbia restaurant. Is that the one in St. Augustine?
The Columbia restaurant.
By the way, Shelby, I just remembered the name of that restaurant. It was called Collage. That was the place that had really good creme brulee in St. Augustine. Collage restaurant. Oh, it's in Celebration. Got it. feel like there's a place called the Columbia Restaurant in St. Augustine as well. That's some solid paella.
Do I gotta take this part off too?
Yes. Because I think the thing below it is...
I think I just added this cover to my shopping list by accident.
You may have. Oh, okay. There's like 5 of them. Got it. I didn't realize that was a chain.
Ah, this gotta go. Hey. I think I gotta replace this camshaft as well.
Yes. Yes, you do.
What do you mean? So many of these guys.
Oh, so earlier, Steve said Bubs still ain't gonna get me after you played your sound effect.
Right.
I thought of something last night. And I don't think it'll work, but I still think it's a good idea. You know how we still have the default raid notification?
Yeah.
How it just shows the zombie and plays the standard sound effect?
Yeah.
I thought about getting a sound clip of Homestar. You know when he's doing the line reads? And he goes, "Welcome! Line 2." I thought about just getting the welcome one, but then I realized, like, that plays a solid 15 seconds before anybody gets here. Especially if they have to watch any ads before they switch channels. And I was like, it would be neat, but the people that we're saying welcome to wouldn't hear the welcome.
I don't know what it's telling me why I can't take this belt off.
Oh, you need to take the fan off. There you go. And then the fan belt. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you need to get to the timing belt so that you can take that off.
Homestarwanna.net. It's .com. Oh, I needed to replace that fan. Thought the rusty part in the middle was a different piece.
So hover over the camshaft and see what turns red. Okay, so yeah, you need to take the gear off first. But you have to take all this.
Nothing's glowing red when I hover over this.
There's a bunch of belts down below that you'll need to take off. Yeah,
So
all
there's
the
something red, I just can't see it.
maybe I don't know why it's not turning red. But yeah, like all this stuff has to come off before you can get the belt off.
Tunes. Ah, this was turning red, but it was under that cover.
Oh, okay. Now you can take the belt off. Now you can take the cam gear off. Now you can take the camshaft off. All that just for that.
Lift.
I guess this is what all that labor I pay is for. Yeah, absolutely. And this is best case scenario. This is with like ghost hands, where you can make like impossible reaches with your wrench to get to bolts that would just be absolutely impossible in the real world.
I had a steering. I used to have a Chevy HHR.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my headlights went out.
Okay.
And if I wanted to pay somebody to change it, it would cost me like probably $100 in labor.
Yeah.
Because the way you're supposed to change the headlights of that old car, yes, there were so many blind spots in that car. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
The way you were supposed to change headlights is you completely unmount the entire wheel, and then you pull off the whole wheel cover on the inside, and then you pull out this like electronic piece that has the bulb on it. Or you get a pair of pliers and pull the pins out of that wheel cover on the inside and reach your arm up there yourself and pull just the light fixture out, replace the bulb, and reach it back up in there.
Yes. Shove your hand into the dark. Yeah.
Just kind of guess.
Sergio said, how does an oil filter get that rusty? It that's just...
This battery's at 1%.
Wow. Your lucky day, pal.
Good thing I already bought one of these bad boys. Did I buy one of these, or did it get just...
No, you definitely bought it.
Whoa, look at that battery coming back to life. Did you see, like, the grime fall off of it when it was being charged?
No, I didn't. But that makes sense, because that's how they display, like, wear and tear, is just with rust.
I wish it was really like that. Steve was very unhappy with my explanation on what I was supposed to do to change the stereo or change the light bulb in my car.
Mm-hmm.
That's GM for you, I guess. There was some kind of cover I accidentally put on this list. Here it is. I don't need this.
When we took our cars to get inspected, I think it was for inspection.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to having to do that.
We were talking to the guy at the front desk, and he had like a modified VW, and we started talking about stuff, and the guy next to him had an RX-7, and like with Eclipses, like I have, like we know there's like balance shaft removal, there's door handles that break, and there's crank walk. Those are the things that every Eclipse or DSM driver knows about, because it's like the three things that it's probably going to happen to you at some point if you drive your car long, if you own your car long enough. And I was like, and they started talking about stuff, and I was like, oh, that must be like the thing for Volkswagen owners. It's like everybody knows about this problem that is just inherent to the design of these cars. It's always funny.
I had a girlfriend.
It's always funny to hear like what is the thing about each different model that every owner knows about, but the manufacturer has done nothing to improve.
I had a girlfriend who wanted more than anything to get a Volkswagen Beetle, and I'm just like, don't get a Volkswagen Beetle, dude. That's gonna be a huge pain in the ass if we have to do maintenance on that car, because it has to be done by a Volkswagen dealership.
Yep.
You can't just take it to a guy.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't get one. Also, they're ugly. Yeah, I said it.
That's a matter of opinion. Like they have their styling. I've seen a couple of them done, and I'm like, you know what? That accentuates the overall body shape of the Beetle. I'm like, all right, you've kept with the designer's intent.
You need a new one of these. That's not.
Oh yeah, you do.
I like the newer ones more. That's this.
Quentin says the new ones are definitely not great looking.
If I had to choose, I would choose the new ones.
And see, that's what I mean. Like, they're definitely divisive. Either you like them or you don't, because it's a very unique body style.
Why do I need this to be on a lift to change the filter? It's right there.
Yeah.
I already have impossible arms. Let me use them.
Sergio says, I love BMWs and Volvos. Never getting one. Those mothers are too expensive to maintain. Volvo, Yeah, they are, but for different reasons. I feel like a Volvo would last longer, but when it breaks, you are going to have to search over all of creation to find parts. BMW's parts are much more readily available, especially with online shops that are basically dedicated to BMW parts, both OEM and aftermarket.
Say it right.
Let's say what, right?
It's dedicated.
Dedicated. My apologies. Okay.
Oh, okay. Because this like thing on top here
Uh-huh.
is something I need to replace. I couldn't see through to the thing underneath. But when you look through here, I see I need to replace like 4 of these spark plugs.
Oh, yeah.
Very sneaky.
Volvos are basically street legal tanks. Yes. They advertised them as such. They were like, it's a steel box. We made a steel box with headlights. But yeah, like, BMWs have their own issues. They are amazing machines until something goes wrong. And then it's basically a game of dominoes of like, what does this broken part break as a result of not functioning properly? Because every system is intertwined with every other system.
Oh, I already have a shitload of spark plugs.
Oh, did you buy a... Oh, you don't have, like, 50 pages of them, though.
No, I have like 2 pages of them.
I think that's why I like mid to late 90s Japanese imports. Because they are pretty technologically advanced, but you can still take them apart with a screwdriver. Like, they didn't get crazy into computers like they did in the 2000s. Stuff like Miatas and like Nissan 240s. Those are really nice machines, but they are not so technologically advanced that they are impossible to work on. Anyone can fix one of them things. Still makes me happy whenever I see a new car being advertised with a proper manual H-pattern transmission. Getting less and less common, but I'm always happy to see it when they mention it. You got sparks on the next page you can check off.
What is this piece here? This big on top part called?
The right side is your intake manifold. The middle is your valve cover. The left is your throttle.
Manifold. What was the other one called?
Valve cover, I think is what they call it. Coils cover. That's what it is.
Okay. And what's this big one?
That's your throttle.
Just it's in the way. I need to take it off for it.
Throttle body, technically, but call it a throttle.
Okay. Just trying to see which of these I need to replace, and I only need to replace 2 of them, it looks like.
Mhm.
Why are you
I
staring
think
at
it's
me?
so funny that you fixate on stuff like that. Because I'm just like, oh, if you need 2, I'm buying 4. Like in a 6-cylinder, I'm replacing all 6 of them.
Oh, shit. Okay, I need to buy 3, actually. It's not here, and I cleared it off my list.
What is it you're trying to buy?
Ignition coil, which is right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy. These things are pretty expensive.
Yeah, I wouldn't bulk on those. So, moment of confirmation. Good thing Shelby brought me a towel. You might like.
I could just see Shelby in the next room, just like nodding her head, like, "Yep."
Hands folded. A slight smirk at her lovable oaf of a husband. Told me I eat like a. What did she say? She said I eat like a beast one time.
Eat like a beast?
Yes. I forget what we're eating. I feel like it's something like a Subway sub or something like that. Or like a sub from Nukes or something like that. And I was just taking these massive, like, dislocated jaw mouthful bites. And she was like, "You eat like a beast." And I was like, I don't think anyone... I've had people comment on my eating basically my entire life. I don't think anyone has ever called me a beast before.
If anyone ever said that to me, I'd be like, "Fuck like one too." I think I eat this like a beast. You should see what else I eat like a beast.
Strawberry milk.
Joke's on you, Sergio. A negative response to a bad joke is just as good as a positive one for me.
I learned that in the 3rd grade. Attention is attention. Quentin says, gotta savor the sandwich in 2 bites.
Turns out I did need that engine head cover that I accidentally put in my list. But I bought one.
But you bought one.
Never mind. Guess I was right all along.
Knew you were a genius.
Actually, I am a genius, and there's no clip on Twitter anywhere that proves otherwise. Why did I go here? Here.
You said waffles. What else I eat like a beast? Beast like a beast.
I knew it wasn't here. I don't know why I searched the store when I knew it wasn't there. I think this was the part I accidentally added it in, and now I ended up needing it anyway.
Oh, okay. So there were two.
I added it, and I'm like, I don't need it.
So there were 2 different colors. There's the coils cover, which you're doing now, and then the valve cover. Was the other one?
Don't ask me.
I didn't look at the name while you were tightening it.
The coils cover A is this piece.
What are the ones to the left and the right of it?
The,
Engine head cover. That's what it was.
Engine head cover.
Yeah.
A and B.
Sergio says, and it's valid that he says this. I'm glad this game doesn't care about even pressure, because boy howdy, not using a crisscross pattern to tighten bolts is bothering me. We're going to play Wrench one day, and I'm going to show Logan all of the pedantic precision that game demands of you.
So you said that this game, I asked you how accurate this was to actually repairing cars.
Yes.
And you said it's probably like 40% accurate.
Yes. It gives you a lot of forgiveness of, like, being able to... Okay, case in point, when you remove those axles earlier, you can't do that. You can't just unbolt it from the outside and move the axle inward because there's nowhere for it to go.
I had this all off already. Damn it.
That piece of steel doesn't get any smaller, and the game just lets you, like, slip it out of there as if you could bend the metal and slide it out of place. That doesn't happen. That right there. You'll just unbolt it and it comes out like that. That doesn't happen in real life. You have to push it back, but the thing that it's pushing against is the differential, and that doesn't move. Whereas with wrench, it probably approaches about a 70 to an 80% realism.
That was what I was going to ask. This is 40 with wrench.
Yeah. It gets a lot more into torque spec. It's a lot less forgiving. Like, if something is too large to fit through a passage, you just won't get it through there. You need to take things off to mount things that are behind it. You can't just, like, warp things into position and tighten them. It is a little bit forgiving. Like, like it doesn't care about cross pattern bolt cross bolt tightening and stuff like that. Every bolt on the car has a torque spec though. Like even down to the lug nuts. I think they're usually like 110 foot-pounds, and then the crankshaft has its own ones, and like the water pump has its own ones. So like, and they all require different tools because you can get a big like long stem torque wrench for these big heavy jobs, but also when you're tightening like valve cover bolts, those are like 7 foot-pounds, and you don't want to use a massive wrench on that. It's basically like a handheld wrench, so that you're not splitting this thing when you tighten it down.
All right, all of this stuff is done. Now I need to change. Now that I got all that stuff, I'm gonna put all the goops back in.
Yep.
One, two, three, 4, 5. Ah, the lag got me.
All right. The other thing about wrench is that, like, when you fill the oil here, you just hold up the bottle and it tips indefinitely. That isn't a bottomless bottle that will just always pour. In wrench, you have to buy a bottle of oil that has there is an amount of liquid in that jug that will run out at some point. And because these are race cars, they don't take exactly 5 quarts or anything like that. So you get a good feel of how much to fill it in, but then when you're done, you check the dipstick and see how close you are to being full, and then you add some or drain some so that it's not over full. And then the same thing with like brake fluid. Like you have to manually cycle the brake fluid. So it's a lot more precise even in the smaller projects. That's also, I think what interests me about it. I think in the course of PC gaming, I learned what kind of games I really, really like by default.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Very nice. So like, I can enjoy lots of different games. Platformers, rhythm games, story games don't really land super well with me, just because I like the action parts of them. First-person shooters do not land with me at all, because I'm not good enough at them. But the tedious, very extremely detail-oriented, pedantic project simulators are absolutely my stuff. Because even down to like Elite Dangerous, I love all the freaking procedures and protocols that you have to go through just to get to the part of that game where you actually play it. you looking for?
The star line. I don't see it.
Top left.
That was a test. You passed. This is gonna take all my money.
Probably so. But you're gonna get paid for it. Sorry, let me repeat that. But you're gonna get paid for it.
All right, Oprah. All right,
You think
so that's all
there's-
the missing bits?
You think there's a compilation GIF of all the times Oprah has thrown her hands in the air and done her, and you get a blank, and you get a blank, but they replaced it with the "Was Up" Budweiser commercial?
I think if there isn't, there will be one soon. Is this body?
Yes.
Do I need to do the body? Do I need to fix the body?
Trunk. Oh, are you asking me if that's replaceable?
Well, I know I fixed this by doing the frame welder on
Yes.
it, but is
It
that
doesn't.
something I need to do?
It
for
doesn't
this
look like
job?
they're asking for it, unless it's under other tasks. No, I guess not. This might be one of the jobs where you need to take another job in the middle of it to pay for this
Yeah.
one.
Probably. Of course, I also have a bunch of parts I can sell as well.
Shelby asks, did y'all talk about the game we saw the other day called Car Detailing Simulator? No.
Not, but I do want to play that.
Shelby and I were watching this video of a 1977 Nissan 280Z that had been parked in the garage in a barn with 350 miles on the engine. They basically drove it for like a day and then parked it and never ever ever drove it again for 40 years. And it was like part of the sponsorship for the video was this game called Car Detailing Simulator, where you go over a car and not just wash it, but like get into the actual seams of the seats and the gauges and the door handles and the lug nuts of the rims and actually clean around them. Get to steam the carpets and stuff like that.
Right, fender. Is that this? This the fender?
Yes. You also might be able to sell some of those panels and get some money back. It looked pretty good. I don't think it was made by Playway, which is the company that does all of the other blank simulator games. Not all of them, but a good number of them.
I already can't afford the trunk. Oh, I can't afford
Oh,
the
you can.
trunk.
Just barely.
Can't afford the license plate, though.
That's okay. You've got quite a bit to sell from your inventory, so that should help.
Nope, that ain't gonna cut it.
Did it live by a beach? Looks like it.
Okay, I need to get the back lights, the back window, the front window, this side mirror. Load it. Bumper,
bumper.
the rear. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost. But I'm gonna take all those parts off.
Yeah, there you go.
That needs to go. Actually, that might be fine. No, it needs to go. It's gotta go.
It's gotta go.
Is this like part around the light, part of the frame?
Yes. That's just the housing that you can't do anything. Oh,
Mm.
except for a frame weld.
That out. That out. Rear bumper. Gotta go.
All right. Shelby says she has linked it in the Discord.
Okay. So, now I'm going to sell everything in my inventory that is less than 100%.
Don't do 100. Do 99. It says below or equal. So if you do 100, you will sell everything you own.
I'm just going to do 96.
Okay. Okay, a little bit of money. Oh, go back into your inventory. You might have a little bit more. Go to the box on the right side at the top. Okay, you don't have any groups. Okay. If you have suspension sets where there's like shocks, springs, and hats all assembled, you have to disassemble them and then you can sell them.
It's all my money.
Shelby says, God, I hope
Right.
you get paid a lot for this job. You can actually see what you're going to get paid so far. That'll give you kind of an idea. Right now, even unfinished, you're going to get 13 grand.
Which is more than I had.
Yeah. I feel like you started with 7-ish, something like that. But that total will go up as you get closer and closer to fully complete. I think in the previous games you could submit a job that was incomplete. You would just get like a penalty for it.
So I need a front windshield, a rear windshield, a side view mirror, and a left tail or a right tail light.
I wish they would call them driver and passenger, but I realize why they can't, because some vehicles, the driver's side is on the other side.
But as of right now, I can't do anything else because I'm out of money. So let's put you garage entrance 1. Garage entrance 2 is taken up by my baby.
Mm-hmm. This pristine clean. Glistening in the desert sun.
I guess I gotta take another job now.
Not a drop of moisture in the air to corrode that paint. That's brakes and
I'm
fluids.
gonna take a job where I don't need to buy something.
That's gonna be the fluids in the next to last column. Yeah, that Emden Jaeger is probably gonna be your cheapest one. I think. There's really no way to know, but if it's just brakes aren't too crazy expensive. And if you want to know a secret, You can take parts off of the Skyline, the Ribson, whatever the thing's called, and put them on this car. I've had to do before.
Oh, take another job of the same kind of car.
Yes.
Take the parts off, put it on the other job, finish that job, get paid, and then finish this job.
Yeah, I had to do that once. I was so stuck that I had to wait. I had to go to the job queue and wait for 2 cars to come up at the same time. Well, I already had one. I was waiting for another one to come up of the same model that had a different problem. So like, let's say I was working on this Jaeger that you've got here, and it has a brake problem. I needed to wait for a Jaeger that came up with like an engine problem, because that means the brakes are good. So I just took both jobs, took the brakes off of one and the engine stuff out of the other, and swapped them, and then got paid for them, and I was like back in a position where I could buy parts again.
That's brilliant.
It's all I could do. I couldn't afford any parts. I was like down to $7 in my bank account. I was just like, I can't afford a frickin' spark plug if anybody needs a tune-up. I'm a car wash. That's all I am at this point.
Man, body parts are expensive.
They certainly are. You ain't telling me nothing.
Also, the parts for the exterior of a car are expensive as well.
After paying about 4 times as much as I should have for a center brake light, I know very well that parts are too expensive. Oh yeah, Shelby says they get even higher when they are carbon fiber body panels. Like, oh, you want a fiberglass fender? That'll be $85. Oh, carbon fiber? Oh, that's $300. Oh, you want 2 of them? Sorry, that's per. Also, carbon fiber tends to be hard to get a hold of, so the wait time goes from 3 weeks to 6 months. Cars, man. I love them. I hate them.
I'm glad I only have one.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I turn around, my one car has some sort of issue with it.
Any more than one is just a pain.
What? I have 163 credits now. I had like 50-something credits before. What the heck's going on here?
I actually don't know. Did they give you money for washing it?
I don't know.
Go to the credit screen. Oh, Shelby said you've had 163.
Maybe I misread it.
Okay.
So I can do these 2, no prob. I can do this one, no prob. Buying all these parts, I don't know if I can.
That's okay. We're going to take those off of the Ribson. You thought I was joking? I was not joking.
Okay.
Because I think you're kind of in the same spot that I was. Oh yeah, get your points. Don't forget your points.
Oh yeah, I forgot about these.
Because you're now level 8.
Oh, and I just got a box.
Yeah, did we find out that...
Oh no, I get a
It's
box for
job
completing
completion.
the level job.
That's what it is. But never joke. Logan is the jokes. One of us only jokes and one of us never jokes.
It's me. I always joke.
Shelby asked, are you going to turn the bus into an RV?
My brother-in-law has one of these things.
OBD scanner.
Yeah.
We have one that is specific to Shelby's car. Now, it will work on other cars, but it has 1,000 times more functionality on her car. Ah, Quentin has seen through your ruse. But is that a joke? When you say you are
yeah.
the jokester.
Yeah. Just because it's a joke doesn't mean it's not true.
Yes, your German-built car had to have a specific OBD2 scanner. It does do some pretty cool stuff, though. Like, credit where it's due. It was kind of worth the price tag because of the cool things you can do with it. I still think the funniest thing, the craziest thing about your car was learning that you can program one of the keys by using the other key. It's something called the Audi key dance, to where you leave, like, so, okay, so the keys are coded, they're encrypted, so, like, you can't just put a piece of metal in the thing and turn, even if it's the right shape, you can't just start the car because it has an immobilizer chip. And in order to train one of the keys, you have to leave the good key, the already pre-programmed key, in the ignition, and then you put your other key that you are programming, like, in the door handle, and there's, like, a certain pattern. It's like lock, lock, unlock, lock, lock, unlock, unlock. And it's like this
Pop, lock,
drop it. And it's this weird, like, combination, but doing this, like, gets you into some, like, debug mode in the door handle that programs your key fob. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way this is going to work. This is the dumbest thing. I'm just standing in the parking lot, just locking and unlocking this car, and oh my god, it freaking worked. We now have 2 functioning keys. I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, first off, who figured that out? Did some, like, engineer get fired by Audi, and he goes, all right, I'm going to tell you all, I'm going to air out all the dirty laundry that they don't want you to know. That's the only way you'd ever learn about that. But yes, that was the thing. They wanted to charge $350 to do it at the dealership. That was the moment I realized. I was like, oh my god, this car can do so many things. You just have to, like, dig through forum posts to figure out how to do it.
I don't know if this car has an ABS module.
It do. It is probably below the battery behind the block. Yeah, I can actually see it. It's underneath the battery.
So that ABS module was at 60-something%.
They just want 53.
Oh, perfect. What did I just...
You were still in unmount.
Alright, so I need...
Bunch of brake pads and a front...
2 brake calipers, 2 brake pads, and a brake disc ventilated.
Yep, that means it's on the front. Ventilated discs
Alright.
are on the front.
Probably can't take it off if it's not on the lift, so I'm gonna have to go park this
Correct.
outside.
Shelby, with some intimate knowledge. This game makes some of the the hardest parts look so easy. You know, like unscrewing a bolt that hasn't moved for 19 years. I remember the first time we rotated your tires on the Audi. I thought I was going to snap the lug wrench. They had put them on so tight.
So I need this big ring here.
Yep.
I need this caliper.
Yep. And the pad underneath.
I need this pad. This guy right here.
There you go.
And then I need... this caliper. This pad.
Mm-hmm.
Now I should have everything I need to finish that other car.
Yep.
You're going on a block. If I could afford that second lift, this job would have been way easier.
Yeah, it does speed things up a little bit. Brake pads, 5%. Jeez. Nothing left on those. Shelby asks how much was the painting booth. It was $15,000.
Which I should have, but
Yes.
when I finish that other job.
Right. I
This is
imagine
the
you'll
right
probably
wheel.
get maybe 300 or 400 for this one. I actually don't know.
It's this one.
Yes.
I have 2 of the other car's tires.
Mhm.
Although I can't imagine the game would actually punish me if I put the wrong tire on.
It will. It will.
Oh, okay.
When you go to sell it, it will say axle mismatch or something like that.
Oh.
Because there are some cars with staggered fitment, which means they have like bigger wheels in the back than they do in the front. And I got them wrong one time, and it would not let me release the car. Shelby said sometimes they do that in the area at the tire shop. Funny thing, they do release the car then. You get to drive home with a check-in with a transmission light that comes on.
Oil hasn't been refilled.
Oil
What?
were declared.
What caliper's not been fixed?
Let's see. It's the rear one.
I put the wrong caliper on this guy.
Which means you probably still have a decent one in your inventory. Press escape.
You're right.
You've got...
65%.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to do that then.
Did you spend money on something?
Yes,
What'd you buy?
an oil filter.
Oh, okay. I was like, why do you have less money than you had? I knew you would do that. You're nothing if not meticulous.
All right, get this shit out of here.
Whoa! That's a
Oh, that
decent bit.
gave me a big chunk of money. Can I finish this job now?
I think you might just be able to. Glass is really expensive sometimes.
Need all 5 of these parts.
Okay.
No,
I remember the
don't need
brake light, I think was... Something was 600. I can't remember what, though. I think you already have a bumper. That bumper looks new.
Yeah, I do. I don't know how to get back to my shopping list.
You can also press T, I think?
Don't
No,
need the
T is
control.
tablet. I don't remember.
Don't need the bumper.
Oh, Shelby
The light.
makes a good point. You have to replace the parts you took off. The brake parts.
Right.
But those are pretty cheap. All things considered.
I think I'm going to replace those parts first.
Okay. Back on the lift.
Can't open it up here?
I mean, you're not going to get those brake parts on out here.
I wasn't in normal mode.
Oh. Yes, the ABS module. I think that one's like $200, something like that. $700. Okay. So let's do this. Don't buy it yet.
Okay.
Go back. Buy your brake parts. And then we'll go to the junkyard and see if we can get lucky and find an ABS module that's... What does he need? Like 50%? $72. Ooh, that's going to be tough. I don't think we're going to find that at the junkyard. You do this
Isn't there a
part.
second part?
There's the piston, yeah.
Oh, but that's not gonna be good enough.
I actually don't know. Check it and see. Because if they are talking about collectively, that whole part with 150 should be somewhere in the 70s. Sometimes they'll take the average, and you'll get away with it.
What were you about to say?
So see how this caliper is brand new, but that cylinder is 55? So collectively, when you join those together, that average is 155, so that's about 78% collectively. So you might get by with...
It's saying 100%.
Right, but that's just the caliper, not the piston inside.
I don't know how to see the piston inside.
You can't. It's like joined together. But I was going to say check your job list and see if they count it as done.
Well, that wasn't a part of this job.
Oh, you're right, it wasn't. Okay. Getting lost in the details.
The sauce, lost.
Yep.
Don't make that noise. A really wet burp.
God.
Okay.
Okay, so we're back where we were, but we have about $1,000 more than we had.
Let's see how much these.
Also, we have to buy an ABS module for $700.
Right. Let's
So we have
see how
$300
much
more than we had.
body shop. See how much. I don't have the windshield in here. This lag is fucking killing me, dude.
You getting bad?
It's been bad all night.
Oh. Yeah, it's one of them nights. I
So
hunt
that's
it.
almost half of it.
And that's the other
that's-
half.
That's more than the rest of the half of it. I
This one?
think I need to stop working on this and take another job.
Yeah. So park this one out in the yard. Maybe Clayton should get better internet. Sorry, pal. I'll get that 2 gig at some point. Exhaust. That's...
I want one that's got a big payout. Because I got money to do whatever job they need to do, but...
On Z530. Find and fix all engine problems.
Oh, it just expired.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is it right here. I'll do this one. It... Stop expiring on me.
Yes. It is absolutely just a 350Z. They call it a Z530. It's just a 350Z.
They're not fooling anybody. Well, they would have fooled me because I didn't know.
Yeah.
New Jersey? Ugh. Just kidding. I don't know anything about New Jersey.
So
I
do
have
your
no
scans.
Oh, why? Oh, why?
Shelby does not like the split pea green.
What? I kind of like that color.
Seafoam green.
I have no idea what any of those numbers mean on the screen of this.
It doesn't really tell you. Like, just the number is useless without telling you what it's actually measuring.
The engine can't be started. Well, that seems like a problem.
So what other scans do you have? Yeah, do that one.
Oh, I don't have to sit here and hold it? I've been holding the click down this whole time.
Oh no, you just hit it and let it go.
Oh, man, that's annoying.
And you're putting miles on your mouse. Speaking of which, I think
mouse.
I fixed Shelby's mouse that was having right click issues today.
I hope you can fix my old mouse that has left click issues.
Maybe. I realized when I pulled it apart, it uses Kale micro switches for the left click and right click.
Kale, ew. I didn't scan this car yet.
Oh yeah, your visual inspection, your ocular pat down.
Yeah. Man, I gotta watch that show again.
It's so freaking good. It's so dumb, but God, it's just every episode is there's like a perfect line from it.
Someone told me I hate that show because they never learn a lesson. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's the point of
I've
the show.
met people like that. There are people from my childhood that kept making the same mistake for all the years that I knew them.
Because I have to click and hold on this one. That's why I thought I had to do that.
Oh yeah, because the progress wheel. That's a good point.
There's that episode where the McPoyles come over and take over the whole bar. They kidnap them and make them all drink hot milk and wear like those nightgowns. And there's that scene where Frank is just in the vents doing a friggin' what's that movie?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. He's got like a gun taped to his back, and then like one of the McPoyles is being hung off the roof, and somebody's trying to pull him up, but then Frank shows up with a 2x4 and just starts pushing him
Shoving
on the
him
face
down.
to make him fall off. And they're like, it's like they're acting like it's this huge life or death situation, and then he falls, and they have this like slow motion scene where he's like reaching up as he slowly falls, but they're only one story up.
Yeah.
So he just kind of
He falls
plops
about
down on his feet.
4.5 feet.
He plops down on his feet and he's like, all right, I'm leaving. And all the McPoyles just leave.
Oh God.
I love that show.
Like, it's such a good idea, but how do you... Okay, you have to imagine that all of them were on board. Even if not, it seems like all of them were on board from square one. But let's say one of them wasn't. How would you get someone on board with that show? Because they're all awful people. They are so offensive to everyone they meet and each other.
I don't think you can, air quotes, get someone on board. They either have to be in or they're out.
Right. You have to like draw on personal experience. Like, yes, that person is frustrating from an existential point of view. Knowing that they exist, that they continue to exist, causes me like strain and stress. But I identify with that on a personal level, so I enjoy this.
I feel like to get someone on that show, you'd have to literally be like the Green Goblin from Spider-Man and be like, are you in or are you out, Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, Shelby says this car is a perfect example of staggered fit for tires. I remember there was somebody that was like car shopping. I can't remember who it was, but they were like, I have a 350Z and I hate it because the tires are so expensive because you can't get your tires rotated because the rear rims are bigger than the front rims. So you can't, every time you have to get new tires, you have to get all new tires. And I was just like, I don't know what to tell you. That's a performance car. That's one of the things that comes along with a performance vehicle. Convenience is one of the first things to go. I think my mom owned a Camaro for like a week or something like that. And she was just like, I hated it. She was like, luckily it broke down. Luckily it was a lemon, because I would have hated to have owned that car because it was so uncomfortable. It was loud. There was like, I was so low to the ground. I was like, yeah, you bought a Camaro. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Where is this thing still connected to something?
What is it you're trying to take off?
This like back part, but there's no red.
Looks like maybe the water pump on the front. That front plate that's glowing red.
Oh, this.
No.
There's no red on this.
So actually don't. Yes, there you go. That's the timing cover needs to come off first. There you go.
Oh, okay.
And now you need to take out all the timing gears.
Oh, I see this little gear here. It wasn't lit up before. But I need to replace anyway. Oh, but there's this
That whole front plate has to come off.
whole fucking thing right here. This whole thing?
Whole thing. Boom.
And cars are stupid. Whoever
There
thought of
is
cars. Bad idea.
there actually is a DLC for this game that introduces electric cars, which I can't even imagine what working on an electric car would be like.
Oil filter. I gotta drain the oil.
Close that menu and then come back to it. That's just one of the things about this game.
It's just one of those things. That's not what I meant to do.
I think one of the coolest things about electric cars is that there is no oil. Like,
There's no oil.
there's nothing to lubricate.
How do they lube up all the boops and bops?
I mean, there's grease for the axles and stuff like that, but the engine doesn't use oil because there's no metal on metal contact. Everything hovers with
Fuck bullshit.
electromagnetics.
But the tires turn.
Yes, and so you'll grease the bearings, but like that's not part of your oil system.
Oh, dude. I played more Psychonauts on my own time.
Okay.
And after you beat the game, and I wish I'd done it on stream.
Okay.
But there's this whole thing where like you meet up with your dad and you talk about like him dealing with going through like finding out that his mom wasn't really his mom.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
that she actually killed his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And you just like have this kind of feel good talk out sesh with like the dad where he's just like, I don't know, I'm just kind of dealing with stuff, and Raz is like, you want to talk about it? And they like do talk about it.
Huh. That's cool.
Pretty good. I kind of wish I did that on stream.
God, that's 1,000,000 volts. Oh my god. I guarantee I've had to do one of these in my playthrough where they weren't lit up.
Fuck that. I ain't gonna do that.
That's
not fun.
That's just pixel hunting. You're just waving your mouse, waiting for the to hear the sound effect.
Oh, there's a sneaky little guy down here.
Could use a couple more.
The lag. Come on. Give me my mouse.
Oh, that tensioner. That's what it is. Chain shoe. Know that.
Bless you. What do you mean?
It's actually Shang-Chi. Funny. It's so much more pedantic when you watch someone else do it. I guess just doing it myself, you start to just kind of, get used to unbolting 1,000,000 things and everything's in the way, and there's so many layers to everything. Oh yeah, you didn't drain the thing. That was your water.
What?
That was your water pump.
What? Fuck off. $50. I'll just leave it on the ground. Who cares?
It's my shop. Free coolant for whoever comes in next. I'll scoop it into a dustpan and pour it back in your engine. Just imagine Logan with a paper towel sopping up coolant and then wringing it back into the reservoir.
Oh, I gotta get into that engine too. There's a lot of shit in there.
Oh, yeah, there is. You got piston rings in there. Boy, howdy.
Man, I can't even work on my car this stream because I have to just make enough money to keep my business afloat.
However, when you do finish that job, you are going to have so much money. This is kind of like the hump to get over. This is like the actual challenge point from a monetary perspective. Why don't you go ahead and charge that battery while you're at it? %. That thing's basically done.
Do I even need to open this one? Yeah, I do, because I gotta get to that bracket thing.
Bracket thing.
Yeah. It's like a little guy.
Okay. I'll see it when you're done
You
with
know it.
this.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this guy gets it.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I told you you knew what I was talking about.
That little guy. Now, this head you will have to take off because you need to get down into the pistons.
Yeah, that's down in there, huh?
Uh-huh. So all your camshaft caps need to come off. Both camshafts need to come out. Then the head needs to come off. And then
So no head?
no head. We'll go down to the bottom end, unbolt the connecting rods from the crankshaft, and then we can pull the pistons out and replace the rings.
Crankshaft connected to the camshaft. Camshaft's connected to the ignition coil. Ignition coil connected to the caliper. That's how you build a car.
Uh-huh.
Camshaft sounds. Camshaft sound. This bullshit. Can't take this bullshit.
Oh, that's right.
Again.
This car has like a camshaft like girdle to it. It's like this plate that comes out that holds all the camshafts down. And then you can take the camshafts out. I don't think any other models have that. Because it has that girdle in addition to the camshaft caps, which is weird.
A girdle? But I'm shy.
Can you take out that head yet?
I'm not talking to you!
Tim's here. Says, yo peeps, I actually saw Shang-Chi in theaters last week. I don't know what it is about that show. I keep thinking that that's the one that was on Netflix.
I'm gonna, or the one that everybody hated for no reason.
Iron.
Well, no, there
Fist?
actually was a reason they hated it, but I just don't agree.
Is that the one that's called Iron Fist?
Yes, Iron Fist.
Iron Fist. That's the one I
Everybody
always
hated
think
Iron
it
Fist,
is.
And in their defense, the fight scenes were a little hokey.
Right.
But I thought it was pretty good. I liked it.
I never watched it.
But also, I'm gonna see Shang-Chi in November when it comes to Disney Plus.
So many cuts. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
that. They had a lot of like cuts in the fight scenes.
what was that? Taken with
Liam,
Liam.
my favorite of the Jonas Brothers.
Mm-hmm. He's also my
No,
favorite.
it's One Direction. Liam's in One Direction.
Oh, okay. Liam is also in Oasis. Liam Gallagher. All right, so go down to the bottom end and unbolt or lift it, and then take
this guy.
We can't take those out yet.
I gotta take this off.
Does that need to be replaced?
No, but I can't take this off.
No,
without
no.
taking this off.
You're not taking that off. Lift your car up. Go over to the lift button and put it up in the air. Now you're gonna unbolt the oil. Okay, it's already off. So go here and identify which pistons have the fried rings. Okay, so
these two.
front two on driver's side. So
I take these rod caps off.
yes, you need to take the rod caps off for the correct ones. Now, I think you can do it from the top side. So lower the car again, and I
Gotta be in the engine bay.
I think you should be able to pull those pistons through. Tim asks, so Clayton, did you have any reaction to Chris Pratt being the voice of Mario in the animated Mario movie Nintendo announcement? Not really. Like, I'm not the one for reactions to begin with. And also, like, it's an animated movie, so like they're gonna do what they're gonna do. They'll either elicit a performance out of him, or they will create a story reason why Mario doesn't, speak with his usual flair. So, and either it'll be good or it won't. Those are the possibilities. But I mean,
Why are you groaning?
No.
Is your life that hard?
he's got one of them phlegmy burps he's working on.
Oh, not anymore. Now he's just over there staring at me, groaning.
Look, still with the video games. Still.
It's like every freaking day with the video games.
You sound like my last 7 girlfriends. Okay, so now your piston rings are replaced. You can put the connecting rod caps back on. But yeah, like, video games, I have such a low bar for me. Like, they made a movie for Rampage. They've made a movie for...
Rampage is pretty good.
That's what I mean. Like, there's a couple different ways you can go about it. You can either stay faithful to the source material or not. Either that, you can just like have a movie that has the title of a game, and it's like, oh yeah, I guess I see where the connection is, but it's not like I don't feel like this is just recreating the game.
Need to buy another one of these ABS pumps.
Uh.
Oh no, wait. I'm thinking of the ABS module, which I don't need to buy.
Mm-hmm.
I need to buy the pump, which is probably not as expensive.
Tim says, it'll be a crossover with Phineas and Ferb, where Dr. Doofenshmirtz has created the de-Italianizer so that he can finally understand those who speak in thick Italian accents.
Did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where I don't remember his name, but it's the Italian guy in town?
Oh, Fat Tony?
No, not the mobster. He wears like a chef hat and he has a mustache and he talks like this.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that character's name.
they asked him to read something in Italian or say something in
Okay.
Italian. And he goes, "Oh no, I don't speak Italian. I only speak English with a heavy, heavy Italian accent."
That's good.
Oh, not here. Dang it! No, fuck. Damn it.
Which part you working on?
I tried to go to the different shop and I hit escape and then I hit escape again.
Luigi Risotto. That's his name. Luigi Risotto.
Listen, if Mario, fuck me. It's almost all my money.
Real name Lothar Folkman. It's a good thing we're all Italian.
Savoiardi.
There you go.
Well, I spent almost all my money on that pump. Hopefully, I don't need to buy anything more expensive.
Ooh, boy.
Not it's coming off that. Not it's coming off that car out front.
The other, the Ribson. That's gonna be our donor car. That car is basically a bank account, a rolling bank account, because we can sell whatever we need off of it to pay for stuff later. And as long as it's all back in one piece, when the customer comes to pick it up in 7 months, all is forgiven.
Yes, Tim, bippity boopity. That's a spice meatball. More of these fucking brake calipers. I don't have enough money to do that. I'm gonna take them off that car.
Probably. Yet again, we are stripping the brakes off the Ribson. Oh, Quentin says makes a good point. Did you sell your old parts yet? Might be a few bucks left in the
I don't know
purse.
if I want to do that though because I do have some parts that I can't attach yet because I don't have the parts that go between that.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
So I would need to sell like super low. Like,
Yeah. Basically, anything under the percentage of what this customer will accept.
Yeah.
I started watching The Rookie today. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I don't even have enough to go on to know what kind of show that is.
It sounds something like some kind of sport.
Top show starring Nathan Fillion. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have thought something sports related as well.
Son, if you want to get out here and play sport, you gotta kick the ball all the way down. I don't even have enough money to buy another ignition coil.
Lil.
Really, indeed.
Luckily, most of these cars use the same ignition coil, so back to the Ribson.
I know where I can buy an ignition coil. And by buy, I mean borrow.
Borrow. Tim says, I don't know why, but Logan's line just made me imagine it as a really bad anime dub.
Oh wait, I think I might have an extra ignition coil. What's my percentage? Right place.
6-3.
63?
So he'll take
63?
Yeah, so he'll take one of them and not the other. The other one's at the 20s. You ain't getting away with that. I don't know why this is so freaking funny to me. I don't know if you realize it or if you can look into the future enough, but you realize that each time you take parts off of this car,
I know, I have to buy it.
and the brand new parts keep going back on this car. I'm just looking forward to a point where this car is essentially brand new because of all of the parts we've taken off of it. Like these
No,
are
wait, I can't use that ignition coil because that one's 100%.
okay. Let's
That's one of the ones I was supposed to replace.
okay. So yeah, go to your unmount and then scan for each.
100.
6-7 will work.
Taking that one. That guy's never getting his fucking car back.
Oh god, it's so freaking
He's
funny.
gonna be like, hey, like, it's been months.
$5,000 down the drain due to screws. Yep. Oh god, you're lucky these aren't like one-time stretch bolts. This is well-charged battery.
Remember that time Thor struck Iron Man with lightning and charged his suit up to like 600%?
Yeah.
So he blocked a huge lightning bolt?
Uh-huh.
That's what's happened here.
Nice.
That's why I couldn't see it.
Oh my god. God, that's so funny.
I'd buy one of these. Wow. This is probably $1 bajillion.
Oof, duh.
I mean,
That's
afford
way
it.
cheaper than I thought it would be. God dang.
can fold it.
A massive piece of aluminum. $28. You have two amazing cars in your garage. Well, collectively, probably like 1.5 amazing cars in your garage, but like...
Clayton, there are 3 amazing cars in my garage.
It's true. 6-3, so that'll work. That will not work.
Cannot afford a cam gear.
That-
and that
so-
other truck does not have one.
Yes, that's also very specific to this engine model.
Oh,
Oh my car. That's what we should title this feature. Every time we play this. Oh my car. Part 17. That one sold for 120 credits. That one sold for 4. That ignition coil might be worth something. It's only 26 as well. 8 credits. That's not nothing.
8 smackaroos.
Oil pan. All right.
I'm just gonna sell everything under 10%.
Under 10? I don't know that you're going to get much. I'd say 20 is a good measure. $14.
Ugh. Fuck.
Bleh. Think you already had one? Yeah. You have 4 of them listed.
I'm gonna run out of dollars.
All right. We'll fix what we can. We'll get
This
it.
sucks.
This is all part of the process. We'll get there. This is the
Why did I think I could take that on that job?
because you have to at some point. Like, And realistically, whether you do these jobs now or later, it's like you still have to make the money. Like, you might have saved yourself a little time in the long run, but the job needs to be done. But I feel like we're getting pretty close on this one. Got a few timing chains to do.
What am I missing here?
Fuel rail. Ooh, put that 72 back on there. Oh, he needed both. Okay. I just imagine like this 1,000-step process where you're pulling cars off of like pulling pieces off of a library of cars that you have in your parking lot. You're like, well, I need a brake cylinder that's at least 68%. Go out and check the purple Civic. I think that one's still got some brakes left in it. You just have like a spreadsheet of all of your stuff that you have remaining.
Why can't I put the front of this on?
The timing chains.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
can see those.
And then you've got the timing covers that go on top of those. Or no, you got a big chain. That's right. And then your chain shoe.
Bless you.
Thank you. Suspension spring's broken. I needed $2,000 to fix them. Screw you. I'm not paying $2,000 to fix them. I'm going to use a spring out of a door to fix it. If it works, to fix a 100-year-old pistol, it'll work for 100 years in the future car.
Oh my god. This thing has 1,000,000 screws on it.
Uh-huh. You remember.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I still have never seen that episode.
It's dumb.
It's like one of the most popular episodes of South, or like one of those quoted episodes of South Park. Remember the low down one? Roll up. There you go.
This fucking guy.
I hear people reference that all the time, and I have never seen that episode.
If you've heard the reference, that's basically all there is to get. Also, they're grapes for some reason. I
That's
don't
the
know why.
thing. I know they're grapes, and I don't know why.
I've seen the episode and I don't know why. Oh no, I think I gotta buy an idle roller.
These are fairly cheap, so these shouldn't hurt too much. These are about like 10 to 20 bucks, and I think you only need one.
One of these I remember I needed to replace. It was this one. Maybe I had an extra one and I forgot.
May have. There's another roller there. Right there.
Oh, that's the one that needs to be replaced then. God damn it. I don't have one. My shopping list has become...
You can clear it by holding down the X key. Okay. That's what I was going to say earlier. You and I use the shopping list way different. I just keep adding things to it until I'm done with a car. And then, like, same thing as when I'm done with an editing project. I close all of my tabs and all of my projects, and I go, ah, and my computer makes the same noise.
Your computer's RAM is just...
Yeah. But yeah, and then, like, the same thing is, like, I will just pile on the parts of a shopping list, and then once I, like, finish the car, I clear the shopping list, and it's like, ah, we're done here. I've drank all my drink.
Oh, no.
Oh, right, the oil pan that you got $8 for.
$64, and it costs $100. I'm gonna sell these guys.
Yeah, you ain't installing those on anything.
Great.
What do you have an
Now I can
ignition distributor for? What freaking car takes an
I think I
ignition
bought one by
distributor?
accident.
Oh, okay. Like maybe your truck? Oh yeah, you have an engine block in your truck.
Yeah.
Remember that you bought that. You could sell that.
I'm not selling my engine block. That's my baby.
Okay.
How dare you?
Uh,
Oh, shit.
you never bought it.
Now that I have a whole $7. Don't spend it all in one place, kid.
Ladies. Who wants to go
Ladies,
out?
I've got $7 and a coupon to CC's Pizza.
Who wants to go out on a date? Your treat.
ECU Type A. I don't even know what that is.
I'm going to be honest with you. That's going to be pricey. That's that blue box that's glowing there.
Oh.
It's literally a computer.
Don't be so dramatic. It's just a computer. I bought a computer like a couple months ago for like $200. And now I don't get ads on my network anymore. It's awesome. Put the ignition coil in my shopping list.
I just want to see Logan at a car shop. He's like, "What's the ECU?" It's like your car's computer. And how much is it? He just hands him his phone. It's like, "Here, can you use this instead?"
I just hand him a Raspberry Pi.
It's like, "Here, this works for me. Can you make it do what it needs to?" Oh, if this has the same ECU, buddy.
I don't think it even has an ECU.
No, it definitely does. It's positioned somewhere else. It has to have one.
Filter, fuse cover box.
Unless we took it off and never put it back?
I don't think we even did anything with that. Took this off.
Yeah, I remember that. Where's the It has to have one.
Maybe it's an old enough car that doesn't have a computer.
I mean, it isn't though. Yeah, go to the car status and then go to that. I guess the credit screen. Oh, this is a project. That's right. Go to the info tab, maybe? No? Never mind. I don't know. I would have sworn this car has one. I'm still surprised that it doesn't. I'm confused.
ECU. Oh, look, it already has that part in it.
Yeah, it does. How much is that worth?
Oh, no.
Now you have two of them you can sell. Are you doing the block as well? $700, Logan.
Oh.
It's never been installed. It's never been started. So it's not actually part of the car. Sell that ECU as well. $38 for a bad ECU. Don't sell the seats. Oh, okay. Although you could. The seats are probably pretty worth a pretty bit.
No. I want to sell the school bus.
I'll give you best I could do is $12.
I'll take it.
Merck says, I'm effectively sitting here going through a list of what you can alternatively use laying around either your house from a totally different vehicle or a different maker or of a different such use as a lawnmower to mix a car. Jury rigging at its finest. Wait, it says, vroom, vroom. AC broken in the car? Butcher it and shove an AC unit under the dash or the side of the vehicle. It'll work perfectly. I have actually seen someone that had the window-mounted AC, like, I hope, bolted into the side of their car. Like, they had just rolled down the window and hung an AC unit from outside their car. I hope it was bolted in. I hope it wasn't just held in by, like, the window closing on it. I've seen that in numerous vans with AC units hanging off the back. Dang, dude. Quentin says my grandpa fixed lawnmowers with jet fighter parts. As we all know, ailerons make fantastic mower blades. Caliper disc and pads. Oh, you don't have enough money for that? This is funny every single time to me.
This dude's never getting his car back.
And every time he comes to see it, every 2 months it's in a different condition. Sometimes it has no wheels on it. Sometimes it has no engine in the bay. Sometimes all the body panels are taken off. Sometimes the brakes are brand new. Sometimes they're almost completely worn out. I did have a shop hold my car for a very long time one time. This was forever ago. I got into like a small accident in Gypsy, and like it didn't do a lot of damage, but a little bit of the damage that it did was break the condenser bottle on the AC. And what that does, it sends like white powder all through the AC system, which basically means every piece of the air conditioning like ducting needs to be replaced because you cannot breathe that stuff.
Don't breathe this.
Yeah. And they had my car for 3 months. And it wasn't so big of a deal because, like, I was broke and couldn't afford gas money to begin with. So I was like, I don't drive my car much to begin with, but I sure would like it back at some point. And then, when they finally returned it to me, they had used a refurbished air conditioning system, which worked for about a year and then stopped working. Oh, yes, please don't forget to clean your fluids or you will not be able to afford it. Um, the AC that they replaced it with was not a brand new one like the agreement said it would be. And then it went bad after a year, so they had to redo all of their work all over again and replace all of the ducting with brand new stuff. And basically because it wasn't me that was submitting the complaint, it was my insurance company. They were much less forgiving about how long it took them. They were like, no, you're not doing that again. This car needs to be done in a week and a half. You've got 5 days to get the parts in, and then another 3 or 4 days to actually get the car fixed.
I bet they got it done when your insurance company got after.
Yes, they were a lot more I guess performance oriented. Merc says, "Sir, do you know what you're doing?"
No.
No, but people keep bringing me their cars, and I do some stuff to them and then give them back to them, and they give me a bunch of money. So
I wait till all the blue outlines are gone, and I just keep going. What? Yeah, and the yellow bits where you need to change stuff.
Yeah,
And sometimes, and the parts that you need to take off are highlighted in red.
Yeah.
I can't afford an oil filter.
You have $0.
Why do I have $0?
I don't know. Does the fluid actually cost money?
I don't know.
I have never seen zero. I feel like that should be an achievement. Having $0.
Fuck me, oil filter.
That one you might actually be able to get off the ribson outside. It might have it's a this one's a V6 and that's a straight 6. I honestly don't know. The blue one, what does it say for
the yellow one? Is this a filter?
Yeah.
It needs to be the yellow one.
Yeah, for whatever reason they're using an inline 4 on this straight 6 engine or whatever.
Cost $15.
What can we sell? What new parts do you have that we can sell? Got about 1,000 rubber bushings. Oh God, did you just sell a bunch of stuff that we need?
No, I sold everything under 20%.
Okay, so now we can afford a filter. Did not anticipate us getting this close to the blade with this project.
I still have to put oil in it too. If that costs money, I don't have any money.
You will have $6 after you purchase this. But Quentin's right. It doesn't bankrupt you. It just takes you to 0. Every week we play this, I'm certain that it's going to be the last time we play it. Might be right this time.
No. I'm still having fun.
Gotta finish that freaking Project Death Trap. Working title.
I've made negative progress on it.
Oh, you have
one. I had one.
Holy God in heaven. Merc says we're playing the Oregon Trail, but with a car. Very, very true. All right, what else you got? Oh, just the liquids? Liquid. Look at it this way. You might actually come out better by taking yourself to low money and then selling the parts back after you fill the fluids. Yeah, because that cost $19. But now you have an oil filter to sell back.
Dong. Dong. Get out of my shop.
You made almost $4,000 on that.
I'm doing another job.
Right
I'm
now?
not working on it yet.
Okay.
Oh shit! It is like midnight.
I think you can afford it. I think you can afford it. You have $4,000.
Right, but if
We have to try. Before we close it out, we have to try. I'll make you a deal. If you don't have enough money, I will do side jobs. I won't do any story jobs, but I'll do like the pain in the butt, waste your time jobs just to get you like a small nest egg so that you have something to work with next time.
okay, I like the sound of that.
But I really do think like $4,000 for like 6 body parts should be perfectly fine.
I'm not even gonna look at the money as it goes down. I'm just gonna buy the parts.
There you go. Now you're an import owner. Doesn't matter how much it costs because you gotta have it.
Still not looking at my money.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta replace all the parts I took out.
Yes, you do. It's okay. Just look at the dude that owns this car like, you ain't getting this back. This belongs in a scrapyard.
Belongs in a museum.
Brand new discs. Brand new pads. Brand new calipers. And pretty new pistons. Does the license plate say ho? Actually don't know. Oh, it's HDE. But I feel like the rear one is different. I don't know why. I thought it said something else. So close.
Not even gonna look. Not even gonna look. I'm not looking.
All right. Good. You're good. You're good.
This car had a pump in it. I could have taken this car's pump.
You could have. Correct. But you would have had to buy it anyways.
Dink.
Check the job request. Yeah? Oh god, I forgot what it looked like. Oh, coils cover and an intake manifold. Oh, I think you have those. They're just not installed yet.
Oh, okay. I need to get another ignition coil. I believe it's in the electronic shop.
It is.
Not even gonna look.
Yep.
I've not looked at my money at all.
Very good. I'm proud of you. Wheels cover, you should have one of those. Brand new a minute later, already down to 20% because of the things that are attached to it. Boy, am I glad you already had one of these. These are not,
I already bought it.
yeah, these are not cheap. both in game and in the real world. Okay.
Get out of my shop.
Fuel rail.
That is.
There you go. Just above
Yeah,
the.
right
There you go.
there.
Nice job.
Don't have one. Ugh.
That'll. Yeah.
Not even gonna look. Not even gonna look. Not even gonna
Okay.
look.
That's fine. Probably for the best.
Leave.
$22,000.
Ugh.
Go buy that paint booth.
Is there a trash can? I feel like I have to throw up.
Just right in the sink. Oh my god. And you're level 9 now. Go to your points. You have so many. Don't buy the paint booth. Please.
Oh, I thought you told me
I
to
was
buy the paint
jokingly. All right. See if you get any legendaries. Get anything that you needed. Which I guess you don't need You don't need money anymore. So fine.
What do you mean I don't need money?
You have 23 grand.
Every time I take a job, I go from $1 million to $0.
Go to your points though. See how many points you have to redeem. You should have like, I'm thinking like 8 points.
I have
10 points.
10 points.
A lot of points. A lot of points. Oh, good, a barn.
Can I afford? What do I need to get to repair parts?
You need that bottom left thing.
This
So
here.
first you need that. So don't buy it just yet. You need that, as well as go back to your skills tree. You need
one of these two.
At least that. Well, I'm gonna say as many of those as you can afford.
I can afford both of these.
But I mean, like, I would keep going up the tree because as you improve your skills, your repair skills, that gets you more ability to repair more and more degraded parts. Okay. So, and then I would do that one. Okay. So now, go back to your inventory. And we'll see if you have anything.
The bus is gone. Oh, the bus is gone.
We'll see if you have anything that we can practice on. You do not, but let's hit the junkyard and we'll get some parts.
Okay.
Because you're actually in, I think you're in a pretty good spot.
Oh, dude, I got a dartboard now.
Dude, well, oh, and look at the markings all around it.
Yeah, they're like little check engine lights.
I didn't notice that before. That's neat. That's actually a pretty cool dartboard. Show me the dartboard again? What's in the middle? Oh, the middle is straight up a check engine light.
It's just the check engine light.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. The junkyard. That's this guy, right?
Yes. So you're in a pretty good spot because you're leveled enough to 20%. My VAT says no chance. You've got a pretty good amount of money. You're high enough level, and you have the repair skills to actually buy some parts here and repair them. So we're gonna get. Hey, there's your truck.
Oh, let's see if I can get any parts out of it for my truck.
I don't think you can actually part out a vehicle. Although this is pretty much the same condition as yours, except this one has a fuse box.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so click and hold on each one of these piles. All right, so I don't think you can do the oranges just yet.
So I need to find some yellows.
I think yellow is the level you're at the moment.
There's a yellow.
But that's a belt. Belts can't be. There's certain things that just can't be repaired. So go back to the previous screen.
There's a window that's in really good condition.
Yep. Occasionally you'll find stuff that's like basically brand new. It even has wheels. What? You got lagged out?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely not the reds. Go back to the previous.
Is this stuff free or do I have to buy it?
You do have to buy it. That's why we're trying to get the lowest quality, because you'll pay the least for it. Okay, nothing here. Go to another pile. The block at 17. Go to the next page. Looking for something in the 20s, and I haven't seen anything in the 20s yet. No, nothing yet. Nothing there. We might have better luck at a barn thing. Those tend to have slightly better parts. Okay, we'll check a couple more of these, and then if we don't see anything, we'll hit up a barn. Nope. Next page. 87 headlight. By the way, headlights. Anything that has a glass component cannot be repaired.
Oh, okay.
Basically, anything with a lens on it, you can't do glass work. You never can in this game. Alright, next page. Grab that crankshaft. We're not going to make much money off of it, but it's a good practice, and I know you'll be able to work on it. We'll check a couple more. Next page. Nope, nothing here. Nope. Next page. Nothing here. Alright, so let's just leave here. And go back to your garage, and it'll ask you to check out on your way home. So you're going to buy that for $70. So you'll go through the door near your battery charger, and then turn left to the repair table. And then somewhere in here is a repair table. Is it turn to your right? Where's your repair table?
Do I not own it yet?
I thought you did. Was there another bench you need to buy? Oh. Go over to the right side in the middle. The one next to that. Far right. That one. Adds a workbench to your garage. Allows fixing mechanical parts.
That's pretty affordable.
Yeah, that's what is needed to actually do work. So that table back in the back. There you go. Okay, so you don't have to do. You can take as long as you want once this starts sweeping back and forth. Have you seen me do this?
Yeah, I watched you do it, but I didn't really know what was happening.
So this is the GTFO hacking grid. Gray does nothing, and red fixes it. There you go. So do it again. There you go. You have repaired that crankshaft. So now go to your inventory and see how much you can sell it for. You sell it for $85.
$20 more.
Yep. And so that's why I say when you buy stuff in the junkyard, you want to buy it as cheap as you're capable of fixing it, and then spend a little bit of your money fixing it and sell it for a lot of money. So I would go in there and buy engine blocks and transmissions at 15% for like $50 and sell them for $1,500.
Where are these barns you were talking? Can't go to a barn.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a level requirement on those.
It's the next level. So
what do you know about that? Yeah, let's go back to the junkyard and see if we can get lucky. I also want to see if we can find stuff in the 20s or 30s. Because I don't know what a level 4 repair gets you. And there's a lot of piles that don't look like piles. So like small stuff like this, yeah. Grab that intake manifold. I don't know if you're capable of fixing that, but it shouldn't be too expensive. You can definitely fix that rim. I don't know how much it'll be worth, but we'll make something off of it. And see, this is where I think, like, the fun part of this game comes in. Is actually, like, this is where you start to make decisions on your own. Oh, yeah, that's a rim. I didn't even see that. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there.
Let's put the yellow on this one.
Yeah, it's a weird one. There's a rim. That's at 17. Let's find out if you can fix that other one. Fender, you can't fix body parts yet. That's a different repair. Mark says, Logan, you should have put more into the luck special tree. There's a trunk. So that 15% block would be perfect for me, but I don't think you can repair 15s yet. But you can make so much money on those. So you're gonna spend. Oh, see down there also your price discount, your 5% discount.
Yeah.
That's where speccing into that will save you a little bit of money as well. So yeah, grab these and we'll head out, and we'll see if you can fix those oranges. Because it's one of two things: either it will let you, it just puts a lot more red on the grid, so it's less likely that you'll land it, and you got to be more careful about it. Or it just won't even let you try. Okay, so Renovator 5. But you can do this manifold. Nicely done. Alright, what's that one go for now? Oh, is there more? I thought that was it. Yeah, I guess that wheel is...
I don't remember how much I paid for this.
I want to say something like $70. So yeah, I guess the wheels are a higher class than you are capable of, which I didn't realize that was a thing. Okay, so what is the green one that you have right now? You're group 4 and those are group 5, which I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Go to your inventory. I might have an idea of what it means. Well, I thought those 3 stars above it would have something to do with it, but I guess not. Yeah. What's that?
Oh, I said I don't know.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I think you're in a pretty good spot for now. Do you want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, let's wrap it up here.
Alrighty. Well, then I'll let you take us out of here.
All right. Well, thank you to anyone and everyone for watching. If you like what you see, the follow is free. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, where you can see daily and weekly updates about what we're playing that day/week. We also have 2 YouTube channels, one for our old edited videos, as well as another for our VODs that you can go watch. Still a work in progress. If you want to see some cool behind-the-scenes content, make sure you check out our Instagram. And you can also go check out our Discord, where we have all kinds of different things you can go check out and read about. I just posted a TikTok in general that I thought was pretty funny, about a guy yelling at me for buying too many Steam games and not playing any of them. If you need links to any of that stuff, go to our website, carpetboredom.com. While you're there, go check out the store where we sell the softest shirt we've ever sold. We will be back tomorrow for Pokemon Snap. Is that tomorrow?
I
Shit,
think
just tried to.
it might be.
Where is schedule? It is Pokemon Snap. Me and Shelby are playing Pokemon Snap.
Nice.
Other than that, are any of our friends still awake and playing video games?
I don't see not a one of them.
Screw it then. Go to bed. Stop watching idiots try to build shit on thing and
Tear parts off
start a
of
job
one.
and then start another job and then just like it's an endless job on job on job. Oh, K-Dog's live.
Oh, right.
We can send him to K-Dog.
I could have to specifically search for him to do that. All right, then let's do forward slash. Oh, I got too much junk on my desk. Forward
What
slash
about in your truck?
Wade. Hey, dog. Up. There we go. All right, so that's in the pipe.
All right. Well, we're gonna send you all over to K-Dog. Come back tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. for some Pokemon Snap.
I, for one, can't wait until we come back to this next time, and we can actually make some progress on the project truck. It's gonna be so great. You got a nice little nest egg of money.
We've made exactly negative progress on the project truck.
But now we have more money, you see. We started with what?
True.
7,000? And ended
Yeah.
with like 20, and then we bought a bunch of upgrades? That's good.
Okay, but like, let's see how much it would cost to put that engine block in.
I think it's like 1,100, something like that.
I could do it before the rate.
Yeah.
goes through.
We'll find out. 1,400. There we go. Nicely done.
And I had one of these.
Uh-huh. Oh,
That's
you
an
are
electronic
you
part,
are
I think.
go. Oh boy.
Ooh.
This is the most action-packed part of the night. Is he gonna make it? He made it.
I made
Very
it! I made
nicely
it!
done.
I made it! Bye! Good night, everybody!
Good night. All right, we're out.